My name is Kirkland. I've been trading for almost 2 years. It'll be 2 years in July of this year, of 2026. So I started in July of 2024. So I've been doing it for 2 years. And after the 2 years, I've been asking myself lately, like, is trading something that's worth it? To be honest, I don't know, right? Because within the 2 years, like, I can 100% say that I've learned a lot. But also within those 2 years, like, I haven't amounted to much. Like, I haven't made any significant money from trading Forex. So yes, it's worth it because the skill set that I'm learning and have learned, I'll be able to use for as long as the foreign exchange market, the stock market, the crypto market, whatever is still alive. Learning the skill set was worth it, but what I've learned in those 2 years, if trading ever goes away, like the stock market, crypto market, foreign exchange market, futures market, whatever, if for some reason all that goes away, then like I'm kind of screwed. But in 2 years, like I've come to learn a skill set, hopefully a skill set that will help me to continue to make money. And I mean, I'm not rich. Like, I am working 2 jobs now again. I wasn't for a while, but I am now. So I'm working 2 jobs again. And for some reason, I just have this desire to make money trading Forex with the markets. I just, for some reason, am dumb enough to want to try to make this work. And so in the 2 years that I've been trading, I've learned a lot, like a lot of things about myself and things about the market and things about money and investing and different ideas and beliefs and what I think about those things or what I think about certain things. So I'd say, like, yes, it's worth it. But also at the same time, I would probably say no because I haven't amounted to much. And what do I mean by that is, like, have I not met my expectation? I did have an expectation. Honestly, I thought I'd be making like a couple thousands a month, right, from trading, but I'm not there yet. So that's why I kind of say no. But at the same time, I do realize, like, expectations like that are probably not healthy to have because it kind of ruins the journey of what you have and where you're going and what you plan to do, right? So I would kind of say no. But I guess I, of course, still want to do it, right? Because I'm still here making this video right now. Currently, I'm still growing a $200 account to $1,000. I really want to say like to 1.2 thousand because what I want to do is withdraw $1,000 and then restart with $200 again and then grow it back up to 1.2K. That's kind of the goal. Right now, that account sits at like $660, right? I can actually show you here in a second. Let me show you. So as you can see, this account started on April 6th. You can see right here, April 6th, with $195. And I had to load it up with Bitcoin because I'm using an unregulated broker because I don't really want to use regulated ones because the leverage that I get isn't enough on regulated brokers compared to unregulated. But I understand with unregulated what the risks are, so that's why it's not much money. It's only $200. I mean, if they run away with my $200, it's not the end of my life. But you can see it started on April 6th, 2026. And so that's where it started. These are the trades I took. And from this point on, I was up $7, so the account was at 200 even. And this is as of yesterday. Wait, what's today? Yeah, no, today's the 19th. Wow. Okay, so this is from 2 days ago, a screenshot I took. My last trade was on April 17th, but you can see that the profit is $469 and the balance is at $659.96. So I was 4 cents short what I told you. But it started with $195 and grew it to $469. Or grew it by $469. So it's pretty cool. Most of it was, to be honest, from the Dow. I like trading this pair, but that's kind of besides the point. The balance is at $660. So I have grown $195. Try to make it $200 really, but it's $195. I'm trying to grow it to 1.2K. Trying to grow it by $1,000. If I can get it to $1.2 thousand and I withdraw $1,000 within this month, that would be ideal. And $1,000 a month extra is not life changing, but I do think that, I mean, it's something, right? An extra $1,000. That's like groceries, or if anything else comes up in life that I need to pay for that's like sudden, I can just use that. And of course I have to pay taxes on it. If I consistently do this, right, I've only been, I'd say, break even profitable, right? I'm in this weird, I don't know, in between moment of like profitability and break even. I started a demo account like 8 months ago. I started it on September like 9th, and it's just around break even basically. And then I had the idea to just start trading with a $200 account to see what it's like to start trading live. So I say all that to say, like, is trading worth it? Yes, because I've developed the skill set. But two, it's like, no, because this is what I was going to lead into, was like the amount of effort it takes to get trading capital is like, I don't know. Maybe to some it's worth it. Maybe to some it's not. For me, I do think it's worth it because hopefully the goal is for it to pay off. Trading capital is hard to come around. I mean, unless you already have a vehicle of like making money, whether you're like selling cars or whether you're like washing windows or you're cutting hair or you're like coaching and teaching people to like play basketball or something. I don't know. Just a random example. Whatever puts food on the table and keeps the rent or whatever keeps the roof over your head there, then, you know, you use that money to fund the trading accounts. And to some people, it's kind of hard because you have to worry about, like, you have to have money to make money trading. That's the hardest part of trading, to be honest. That's also what I've learned from the person that taught me trading, is the part that's hard about trading is not necessarily trading. It is hard. It's risky and it's scary and it's a lot of fear and it's, you know, you are open to risk, but you have to be open to risk to make money, right? It's part of trading. It's also part of life. It's another topic for another story for another day. But the hardest part is getting capital. I've learned that most people struggle with getting capital than actually trading itself. That's the hardest part, right? And this is why most people in the trading area or on like wherever, Instagram, YouTube, wherever the hell, right? Like most people want to be able to turn like $100 into like $1 million. I'm not expecting to turn $200 into $200 million, right? I'm aware that that's not really possible. It's not really like maybe possible. I don't know. Unless you're just a god at trading, right? But for the most part, that's not what I'm expecting from myself. I do expect like maybe $200 to $1,000. It'd be nice if I can do that like once a month. That's an extra $1,000. I'll take it. But the question is like, is that worth it to some people? There are routes that people can take for acquiring capital for trading. There's prop firms. There's saving up your own money, which is the route that I'd rather take, because with prop firms, a lot of people seem to use them, but also a lot of people seem to understand, but also not understand that prop firms screw you over. There's a lot of rules. Trading's already hard, and why make it harder with a prop firm to have like a 50K account, right? You can have 50K, you know, paying for the account, but also there's a lot of rules, and you're more likely to fail them than using just your own capital. And so I guess that's the whole point of why I want to do this journey of like $200 to $1,000, is to show like as long as you have the skill and you've got it good and you've learned it pretty well, you can have $100, you can have $200, you can have $500 and turn that into something. I just refuse to be like, you can't start an account if you don't have 5K. You can't start an account if you don't have 10K. You can, but just understand, if you have the expectation of making $10,000 every month from $500, I think you're getting it wrong. I remember when this is when I even got interested in like the entrepreneurial route of like making money online, was seeing YouTube ads. And I was 18 after my job at FedEx. I would see YouTube ads of people making an extra like $1,000, $2,000 from whatever it was, like whether it's trading or like a marketing agency, which is what I was wanting to do at one point. That making an extra $1,000, $2,000 was already life changing itself. Like that's already like what? Like that's what it was for. Making an extra $1,000, $2,000 a month to help like feed your kids or like get groceries, or you, I don't know, need extra income. Who wouldn't want extra income, right? But I remember that's what it used to be. And so that's kind of what I'm expecting from myself is I'm probably not going to make an extra $10,000 a month from trading. I might not ever, right? I might in the next 6 months. Hopefully, right? Not my expectation, but hopefully it would be nice to. But some people just have to ask, is that worth it? Because for the most part, that's probably where most people are going to start, is anywhere from like less to $1,000. Some people, you're doing well for yourself, and you've got an extra like 2-3K that you can just be like, I'm willing to risk this. If I lose it all, screw it. Like I can still sleep at night. Like it's a great spot to be at, because if you have the skill set, then that 2,000 to 3,000, you could turn it into like 10K way easier than starting with like a couple $100 like I am. But some people just have to ask if that's worth it. If that is worth it to you to make an extra like maybe $1,000, for me it is. I'm with that, right? Hopefully, we can turn a couple $100 into $1,000, and if you get good enough, you can do that multiple times. And let's say you get better at it, and you start like two $200 accounts, or you start like a $500 account, and you can grow that $500 into $2,000 in a month, right? It's an extra $1,500. I'll take that. And then, or you could just keep that same capital of 2,000 and just be like, I'm going to grow this from 2K to 5K. Boom. And then I'm going to grow this 5K to 10K. Then that's even better. For me right now, I'm starting from like level 1, from ground zero. I'm working 2 jobs. But the big trade-off is it worth it to make an extra $1,000 a month, maybe $2,000, something like that. But the part that is cool to me is slowly over time, if your vehicle for making money right now is like slinging insurance or being a janitor, and you make like 4K a month, what's cool is hopefully soon, one day you'll be able to make that 4K from just trading, and you could probably do it full time. The cool thing about trading is it doesn't take a lot of time. It doesn't take a lot of time, but also if you get good at it and you make enough money from it, you can get your time back, which is the part that I probably value the most, which is why I think it's worth it, because I know that one day it's going to come a point I'm going to be making enough money from trading where I won't need like one of my jobs at least, right? Like trading alone will help me make an extra $2,000 in one of my jobs, right? Since I'm working 2 jobs, one of my jobs, I might only be pulling in like only 1,000. And I'm like, it's cool, extra $1,000 from that, $2,000 from trading, whatever. Then I could just drop one of the jobs and have some time back, and I can just use that time to just trade more, or to just kind of enjoy life. Or, you can keep that job and still trade until like you're making like 8K a month from trading, and then, that job, you're like, this isn't even worth it at this point. Yeah, that could possibly happen too. But the part I like about it, and I said all that just to say, like, you can get your time back. It takes less time and less effort to make the same amount of money, if not more. And the opportunity to scale trading to a bigger amount, like, vastly outweighs any job that you can probably get. That is worth it to me, because at some point it's going to pay off. At some point you're going to make enough where it's like, I'm doing pretty well for myself. I can live off this, right? That's the goal where it gets to. I think that's the beauty of it. I think that's the beauty of trading, is it's money, right? But money is time. Time is money. And you get time back. And imagine if you could spend a couple hours a day just placing trades, waiting for alerts, which is what I do. Just set alerts, wait for them to get hit, enter the trade, and then boom, you're in the trade. And it takes like a couple hours to play out. It takes a day to play out, depending on how you trade, right? Like I do, I place trades off the daily, sometimes a 4 hour. So it takes like a couple days for it to play out, maybe up to a week sometimes, right? That is enough, right? That is worth it to me. So that's why I'm still trying to grow this $200 account to $1,000 and do that a couple times, right? And continue to work my 2 jobs to eventually save up like maybe $1,000 to trade with. All expenses still covered. I'm still able to eat. I'm still able to live where I'm living. I'm still able to do whatever I'm doing. Any other expense, right? But to save up like $1,000, start with that, grow that 1K to like 3K, 4K, 5K. I don't know, whatever you want to grow it to, right? But that's worth it. It's not 10K a month. But I mean, like, shoot, man, it's more than what I'm getting now. I'll take it. To me, that's worth it. To some people, It's like, I'm trying to become a millionaire by the end of this year. It's like, bro, me too, bro. I'm with you on that one, but like, it's gonna take a minute to get there. So that's just the part I value. It's just the time exchange. You get to get your time back, and you could just use that time to like go play basketball or like I don't know, like play a little bit more games throughout the day, or like go to the gym more. You get more time back. Like spend some time with your kiddos, or like make time to go to the gym, or go see your girl, or go see your parents. Right? That's that, bro. Go see your parents. That's like the biggest part. So it's cool. To me, it's worth it. So it's possible. It is possible to start with small amounts of capital and grow that. I feel like I've already emphasized that enough, but I really do feel like most people get sidetracked by the amounts of money that they want to make versus the amounts of money that they could possibly be making, right? Like, I'm starstruck on making $10,000 a month. For some reason, personally, to me, that's like, man, that's a good amount of money to make a month. That's really good. Like, that's like a milestone for me. But I'm not going to put everything else on hold and like not move towards that goal, or not move towards starting now, right? Like, it would be more helpful to start with more capital. But I mean, bro, as of right now, you can use that $100 and turn it into $1,000, or $200 and turn it into $1,000. It's hard. Trading is hard. Life is hard. But I mean, like, bro, you can do it. And so hopefully I can grow this $600 to $1,200. I'll withdraw my $1K, and then I'll restart with $200, and then I will make more videos about it, and showing that, like, bro, it is possible. You can do it. But again, what do I know, bro? In my first year of trading, I've lost $22K. I knew somebody who allowed me to trade on their trading account, or on their Forex account, really, I should say, not trading account, but Forex account. And it was like $10K on it, and I basically blew that $10K. They loaded up another $10K, and I basically blew through that $10K. And then they loaded up a little bit more, and then I ended up blowing like a little bit of that. And it's like, okay, it's time to go back to demo, because I was so fixated on making money instead of understanding what skill set, what system I'm using, right? My system's very simple. It's very easy. It doesn't take a lot of effort. It doesn't take a lot of like thought, right? It's just trading off support resistance on the higher time frame. That's it. And I was so fixated on making money that I ended up losing money. But if I had just been able to relax and be like, yo, man, like, let's drop this expectation of trying to make $10K a month and retire like right now, to just be okay with making an extra like $40 per trade, which is what I'm currently doing, right? Or making an extra $60 per trade, or an extra like $50, right? That's like, bro, like, that's great. That is like really good. I'll take that. I don't know. At the end of the day, it's just what is worth it to you. I think Forex trading is great. With Forex trading, you get to learn so many other markets. It's funny. Like, you start, I don't know, you just start looking at markets differently while people are like, man, this war is going on. Like, how are the markets? It's like, I don't know how to answer whether it's like things are good or bad, because it just depends on which side you're on of like, not the war, but I'm saying like of the market, whether you like buy or sell. Crypto is a little different, but like with Forex and stuff, like, you could buy, you make some money, you could sell, you make some money. That's just I don't know. So it's a cool skill set to learn, because you will basically not struggle with making money. You'll always have a way of making some, right? But again, the hardest part is just having capital to start with. It's the hardest part. And so most people just use prop firms. I don't really recommend. I just recommend like working your ass off, getting in overtime, getting in extra hours, finding a job that pays more, save up some money, find ways to live frugal and save up capital, trade with that, and continue to grow it, right? Maybe you get good enough, you start teaching people. I have nothing wrong with that. I think if you're actually like a good trader, people actually learn from you and you give value, then there's nothing wrong with like monetizing that. That's like, it's like perfect, Not that I'm at that point. I'm definitely not at that point. I'm still starting with small capital, but we're just going to continue and trade. So I don't know, man. That's just my 2 cents on like, is trading worth it? I've been doing it for 2 years, almost 2 years. I don't really plan on stopping. I think it's fun. And I don't know, man. You don't have to sell anything. You don't have to like knock on doors. You don't have to negotiate. You don't have to call anybody. It's just like it's you in a chart in your brain, and you just make a decision whether like buy or sell. And that's it. That's the part I like about it. So, but yeah, man, that's my 2 cents. So, if you watched to the end, bro, thank you. I don't know how you did it, but thank you. But anyways, that's it. So, I'll make a new video soon. So, thanks for tuning in.
Oh God, where's the stop button?